Hi guys, name is Tyler aka Nanogenics, and today we've got a bit of news. Now, granted, it's probably not the news that everyone is hoping for, which is sort of some self-inflated hype the community has done, which I've absolutely been a part of. We'll talk about that in just a second. But we now know basically what they are doing for the holiday celebration on the global side of the game. I had a lot of people that were super concerned because they announced the winter celebration. It was Future Gohan, and people were like, dude, is global really just getting Future Gohan? And we sort of suspect JP may eventually get, you know, Broly and Gogeta and all of that, and the global's going to be over here with just this Future Gohan. And I was like, no, listen, this is how this played out last year. First of all, no offense to the Gohan fans out there, but Future Gohan is probably the least hype sort of Dokkan Festival celebration this year. Like, look back at all the LRs and the Dokkan Fest that have released this year and tell me that Future Gohan doesn't end up pretty much at the bottom of the list. It's super unfortunate, but it's just how it worked out. So there was no way they're going to let Future Gohan sort of pick the holidays up on his back and carry them through it. No way. This is one of the biggest sort of seasons for them to make their money. They're absolutely not going to do that. Now, I don't know if this is still necessarily the hype that everyone wants, especially looking back at what they did last year, but it looks like the hit that we all sort of voted on. Remember, there was a vote that we could do about 4 months ago, give or take, where we had to vote on either Kel, Caulifla, or Hits, and Hit won. And so it looks like that's what they're doing for the holiday celebrations. It looks like it's going to be a Dokkan Festival hit. Now, this is a global exclusive thing, at least for right now. And taking a look at our references for what we're talking about today, it is Team Dokkaner. So link to their Twitter will be down below. But they tweeted out, again, always a super solid source for leaks and everything else, and to kind of sort of know what exactly is going to be happening. But he says, for the holidays, a certain assassin will arrive exclusively on Global. He should be very respected this time around. So you would have to imagine he's probably going to get a pretty solid leader skill, probably going to get a pretty solid kit in general, and probably going to be leaps and bounds ahead of the other hits that are in the game. And you would, of course, hope that, because A's Dokkan Festival, B, if they're really going to let this be the sort of face of the 2018 holiday celebration on Global, they would make him really, really good. And they could still totally surprise us with some crazy units with Kel and Caulifla, or maybe a brand new Kefla. Who knows what they will do, because again, this isn't on a JP first thing. This is a global exclusive, at least for right now, type thing. And they may do something crazy with the banner and introduce even more units and stuff like that. Who knows? Now, if you want to look back at last year when we got UI Goku, which we got, it was the physical SSJ through Gotenks. It was the winter celebration, similar to what we're literally dealing with right now, except it was physical SSJ through Gotenks, and then bam, on the 21st, they surprised us with a UI Goku banner, way ahead of when it should have released if you were going in order of how things released on JP, and then how things released on Global. And when you did a multi-summon, a 50 stone multi-summon, you got a random amount of tickets, and then once you had 5 tickets, you could do a 5-person ticket summon that guaranteed you an SSR. It was, by community standards, by my standards, everything else, pretty much unanimously, we all sort of called that one of the best, if not the best at the time, celebrations we'd ever seen in Dokkan Battle. Both sides, JP and Global. Then the 250 million download celebration came along. Very, very good celebration as well. But I still think the UI Goku holiday celebration from last year in 2017 still ranks up there as at least a top 1 or 2 spot of one of the best celebrations I've ever seen in this game. So you would have to imagine whatever they're doing with this hit, whether they end up doing with how the summons happen, whether it be a step up, whether they give you amount of tickets, whatever it ends up being, it should end up being something very, very, very good. So I would say definitely stay tuned. I would say don't let this affect your hype for it and everything else, because right now, basically, until they finally drop Gogeta and Broly, nothing is ever going to seem as hype. And especially if you look back on what they did last year, knowing now what we know, right? I would say Gogeta and Broly are up here, as far as you can see on my camera. Then you got UI Goku right here, probably. If you're looking at what we know now in 2018 back to 2017. If you look back at 2017, then the UI Goku was up here with the Broly and the Gogeta. So if you got this right here, then you got Hit. And Hit's probably like right here. And I feel like you have to put him here because he's a global exclusive. They're probably going to do him right and everything else. Now, if it was just, you heard Hit, right, and it was any other time of the year, I'd probably say like you couldn't even see him on the screen. But since he is a holiday sort of thing, he's a global exclusive thing, I feel like you have to give him the honors of being like right here, and then, you know, Broly Gogeta is like up here. So, and again, I have helped to this. I've helped inflate this hype, right? Because I play this game. I play this game a ton. I invest a lot of money in this game, and I'm super excited to have Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta and Broly into this game that I put all this time and effort into, right? So, I mean, that's just what it is. Just what happens, I record myself and then put it out there for people to watch. So I have absolutely helped with the inflation of the hype on these things, but that was going to happen either way. That was going to happen either way. People were going to be like literally foaming at the mouth, like I am, for these units to be in one of these versions of this game, preferably both of the versions of the game. So anyways, guys, there you go. That's what it appears to be that they are doing for the holiday celebration on the global side of the game. We'll have to wait, we'll have to see exactly what they do. And of course, if you want to be here for that, consider going down there, hitting that subscribe button, and joining the hashtag NanoFam today. We're trying to hit 350,000 for the end of the year. So if you are new here, you enjoyed today's video. I know it's a bit short, a bit more news oriented, but if you enjoyed it, all those things, considering that subscribe button and joining the hashtag NanoFam today. We're actually right at about 8,000 away as of filming this video. Also, consider slapping that like button, guys. Have a great day. Keep on keeping on. Nanogenics sign off, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.